Hi guys, I'm Shikila and welcome back to my channel. So today in this video, we'll be learning tenses. So in this particular video, we'll be considering present tense, past tense and the future tense. So let's get started. So the most commonly used verb in English to frame simple sentences is to be. So the present tense of the verb to be is am, is, are. And that of past tense is was or were, and future tense is will or shall. So these are the present tense, past tense and the future tense of the verb to be. Now am is used along with the subject I, is used for singular subjects and are is used along with plural subjects. So these three are in the case of present tense, whereas for past tense, was is used for singular subject, whereas were is used for plural subject. And for future tense, will and shall, these two can be used for both singular as well as plural subjects. So I'll be explaining this with examples now, so that it will be easy for you to understand the concept. So first one is simple present tense. So simple present tense is generally used to describe habitual or repeated actions. For example, we go to school by bus daily is an action that happens on a daily basis. In such cases, we use simple present tense. So in this statement, we have to find the verb. So we go to the school by bus daily. Here go is the verb and this is a habitual action. So we use simple present tense here. Similarly, present tense can also be used to state general facts. For example, water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius is a general fact which will never change. So in cases of general facts also we use simple present tense. So the verb here in this statement is freeze. So in such cases also we'll be using simple present tense. And it can also be used to state a future action that is already planned. So here our school reopens in July is a future action that is already planned. So in such cases also we use simple present tense. So in this statement, reopens is the verb and this is in its simple present tense. So now we'll be having a confusion that in some cases we just use the verb and in some cases we add s or es along with the verb. So where do we use s or es along with the verb and where do we use the verb as it is the next question that is going to get into your mind. So in order to answer that question, I've considered some personal pronouns here. So I, you, he, she, it, they and we are personal pronouns and these can be considered as subject in a statement in most cases. So the next thing you have to keep in mind is to find out whether the subject is in singular or plural and if it is first person or second person or third person. So I is first person, then you is second person and it can be both singular and plural. Then he, she and it, these three are singular, third person. Whereas they and we are again third person but plural. So in some cases along with the verb we add s or es. So for he, she and it, that is third person singular, will be adding s or es along with the verb. So he plays, she plays, it plays. Or he eats, she eats, it eats, etc. So for third person singular, we'll be adding s or es along with the verb, and for I, you, they and we will be using the verb as it is. For example, I play, you play, they play and we play. So this rule is applied for simple present tense. So I hope now you're clear with this. So I have a few questions here. I dash to school every day. So in case of I, we are just going to use the verb as it is. So I go to school every day. So here John, Adam and I, as this includes me also, this becomes we. So again we do not add s along with the verbs. John, Adam and I play in the park every day. Now here it dash early. So here the subject is it and it is third person singular and for third person singular we are going to add s or es along with the verb. So it sleeps early. Annie plays the guitar because Annie here is she. And for third person singular, we are going to add s along with the verb. So Annie plays the guitar. So here are few questions for you. So I just want you to pause the video and answer these questions using simple present tense. Okay, so I hope you have answered the questions. Now let's check. He always dash his friends in the evening. So for he, she and it, I've told that we'll add s along with the verb. So he always calls his friends in the evening. They work very hard for their class test. Here for they will be using the verb as it is. So they work very hard for their class test. Guna here becomes he, as this is third person singular, and for third person singular we are going to add s along with the verb. So Guna buys books whenever he travels. Now moving on to simple past tense. Now simple past tense can be used to indicate an action completed in the past. So I reached my home shows an action that is over. So here the verb is reach and it is in its past tense. And then simple past tense can also be used to indicate a past habit with adverbs like always, never, often, etc. So she always helped others. Here the verb is help and this shows a past habit. So in such cases also simple past tense can be used. So we just need to add the verb in its past form. So the past tense for the verb help is helped. So I dash an apple in the morning. So the past tense for the verb eat is ate. So I ate an apple in the morning. Mona dashed and went away. So the past tense for the verb smile is smiled. So Mona smiled and went away. So this is easy, right? We just need to add the verb in its past tense. And then moving on to simple future tense. The simple future tense can be used to indicate an action which will take place in the future. So we just need to add will along with the verb. So I will play cricket tomorrow. Here play is the verb and in order to frame a sentence in future tense we need to add will before the verb. So I will play cricket tomorrow shows that the action will take place in future. So here I dash home by 5 p.m. The verb given is reach. So in order to frame this sentence in future tense we are going to add will before the verb reach. So I will reach home by 5 p.m. Mr. Gupta dash math from tomorrow. So Mr. Gupta will teach math from tomorrow. They dash come home next week. So they will come home next week. Now all these sentences are in simple future tense. So I have 5 sentences here and I just want you to find out the tense of each statement. So the first one is she sang on her birthday. Here we have to find the verb first. So the verb here is sang and it is in its past tense. So this is simple past tense. And then I wake up at 6 a.m. The verb here is wake up. So this is in simple present tense. And then Veena and Meena left their lunch boxes at home. The verb here in this statement is left and this is in its past tense. Max will speak to the manager tomorrow. The verb here is will speak. So this is in its simple future tense. And then the final statement is Jordan waters the plants every evening. Here the verb is waters and this is a habitual action. Here it is in its present tense. So the tense of a statement can be found out easily by the verb. So I hope now you're clear with the concept of simple present tense, past tense and future tense. So I hope you liked my video. Thanks for watching.